tell you about an article I read by Patrick Forsyth called "Have I Got You Where You Want Me? The Art of Negotiations." Basically, the article told about 10 steps and 10 techniques that you could use in negotiations, in business and in personal, and in other types of negotiations you may take on. The 10 steps that they give are common techniques, but it just kind of gives you a baseline so you can package your negotiations, in a very simplistic way. The first one that they covered was being prepared. Of course, being prepared is a cornerstone for any sort of negotiations. You want to go in being confident. You want to give your preparation an adequate amount of time, because that is really your block to stand on. You want to involve the right people. You want to make sure you get all of the information that you need in order to conduct a good negotiation. You want to assemble and analyze all that necessary information because you want to be well versed in it when you present it. The second thing was to communicate clearly. Being clear shows your preparation, it shows your experience and your clear thinking, and it gives others the feeling that you know what you're talking about when you're trying to negotiate. It also eliminates misunderstandings. It prevents retractions because, for example, you may agree to something and then the party come back and say, "Oh, I didn't really understand what we were agreeing to at the time." For the next step, you want to look the part. You want to, make it known that you know what you're doing. A lot of people make their judgment based on visual cues, and you want to really be confident and look like you know what you're talking about. The next step is to respect the people that you're dealing with. Many times negotiations break down because of a verbal insult or because of, two parties just not being able to agree. So you want to show respect to the person that you're dealing with. It really shows that you know that this is a two-sided deal. Very rarely one person gets everything they want out of a negotiation. So you have to kind of know what the other side is looking for and just be cognizant of that fact. You want to aim high. Always go in with your highest offer because more than likely the two parties are going to meet somewhere in the middle. So you want to aim high, you want to go in knowing what you want, expecting to not get everything you want. And once you get a starting point on the table, then you can kind of come down from there. The next thing you want to do is get the other person's shopping list. What this means is usually when you're going in to negotiate, you're negotiating a whole package. You don't necessarily want to, get one part settled and then another part settled and then go, piece by piece by piece. You want to have the whole picture in mind. That way you can, stay focused and, make sure that your whole big picture is getting answered. But you want to keep searching for variables. That's the next step. Usually everything's negotiable. So you want to just keep in mind that maybe if you have a little bit of give on this one, you can take a little bit on this, and there may be new variables popping up as your negotiations go on. So just stay cognizant of all of those little variables popping up. That way you can maybe capitalize on one of those variables. You want to use your techniques. Very important. Usually you can get some baseline techniques and take in with you. You want to use them. This shows that, every move that you have, every trick you have in your back pocket, can be used and considered at the time of your negotiation. You want to manage and control the process. You don't want to lose sight of that big picture. You want to keep summarizing and saying, here we are, we're at this point, does everybody understand? You want to make sure that you keep your eye on the prize and know that your desired outcome, know what that is, and, make sure you keep your eye on that desired outcome so you don't lose focus and you don't walk out thinking, what just happened there? You also want to be forever on your guard. Even when you think things are going really well, You want to be on your guard because something can change in a negotiation in a blink of the eye. You can, maybe say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing and lose that variable out of your grasp just in a split second. So be forever on your guard. Remember that both parties are looking out for their own objections, and it's not over till it's over. It's not over until you have that signed contract or that handshake or whatever it is that you're looking for. To summarize, just because you use all of the techniques that were pointed out in the article, that doesn't mean you're going to win in every negotiation. That doesn't mean that all of those techniques are applicable at the time. But if you remember those techniques, then you might have an easier go at it. And you might walk out ending up getting exactly what you want in the end. So just be well prepared and follow all the tips, and you can hold a successful negotiation. Thank you.